We are in space! You know, because there's space music.
Actually, he's in space. Just that one guy.
This guy right here, Bob.
How many, people can you fit on a rocket?
In this specific pod, we can fit one, but there are many upgrades, so you can fit many.
Do you have access to fit perhaps a party's worth of people in a rocket?
Mm-hmm.
And then could you make the rocket penis-shaped? And then could you call it a sausage party?
I could do exactly that. I could do exactly that. And after we do this maneuver, perhaps we'll do that.
Okay.
So we're approaching the maneuver here.
Are you going to do it well?
We are 46 minutes from the maneuver. Hope everyone's
that's
getting
gonna
comfy.
It's gonna be a long episode.
Alright, here we go. Time warp. Oh wait, hold on. Let's do a crew report now that we're in deep space. Crew report. 7.5 science. Keep that.
His report was it's round. What's round?
Was that his report?
Space is round?
It's very round. I think he's referring to... Oh, I just reset the report. Let's see what else he has to say. Crew report. Same thing. Oh, crew reporting in. From space!
That seemed more helpful than the last one.
Let's see... let's take a look
Can you just, open the door to the pod and see what happens?
Let's log the pressure first. Nothing. There's no pressure in space. And take temperature. No temperature in space.
Can you, make that centrifuge thing spin? Nice.
We're spinning, bitches.
Has this ruined the maneuver?
No, it's fine. Because we're spinning about the axis, it should be totally fine. He looks like he's having a time.
He does look at least slightly uncomfortable.
Pretty sure this will just do this forever if I don't stop it, so let's...
so let's keep doing it.
Let's undo that. It's a lot of...
Can you make him throw up?
I don't think so, unfortunately. I'm sure there's a mod to do that. Should we send him outside? Should we do an EVA?
Can you?
Yeah.
I mean, you've neglected a great deal of science, so I'm unclear as to what things we could actually do.
There he is. Let's see what he has to say. EVA report.
Ah!
12 science. You've recorded the observation about the situation. Great. So here's one of the reasons why we brought Bob along instead of a pilot. We've got this little science vessel here, and we can observe it. But it's not. You can't reset it without a scientist. 37 science. Look at that.
Does that let us get a big robot hand yet? When do we get?
After we get all the science.
How much science do we need?
A lot.
So are we close?
Hundreds of science. Not yet. But once we get to the mun, rather, we'll get a lot.
Okay.
So let's climb down here and see if we can't.
Doesn't need a tether or anything.
We're in. No problem. All right, we got to reset this.
It would be quite funny to me if that was just the end of it. It's just, I slightly miscalculated, and now everything is ruined.
That happened to me the first time I was playing. I did not know how to do this, and I did exactly that. Fell off the ladder, and it was the end of that. So we're going to collect the data that we just got. Remove the data, which leaves it inoperable, except the scientist is able to restore it. Now we can use it when we get to the mun.
So if we had a pilot, what would that do for us? Would it make the maneuvers easier? Would they happen automatically? Or?
Yes, so a pilot basically does what the probe does. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no, what did you do?
Oh, okay. Ooh, that was close.
I'm not sure it's in the past tense yet.
Grab. Success. No, climb down. So you see we added the probe here with all this shit on it.
Sure, batteries and things.
Pilots can do what the probe does. They basically add stability, which is called SAS. It's this little button right here. You turn that on and off. So without a pilot, you don't get that. But you can put a probe on instead, and that'll do it for you.
Now, if you have a pilot and a probe, are you super stable?
No.
Okay.
Pilot's pretty much redundant. As long as you have a probe, you pretty much don't need a pilot. So, the thing is, though, is that the probes require electricity, which means that you always have to have, a charge. So if you run out of charge, which is this meter here, you have some problems. So, let's go and land on the mun, shall we? We've got our maneuver coming up in another 41 minutes, so we're almost there. In a minute now.
Yeah, great.
Alright.
Well, in the meantime, we could turn on that Kickin' FM radio I told you to install.
We could. So the nice thing about doing maneuvers way out here is that you don't need to be very directly on the maneuver. You just have to be near it. So we're lined up on the point here, and we're going to power up our engines. Things are moving up here. It's a little kind of hard to see, so we're just going to follow this. And when this gets down to the bottom...
we'll know we've overshot it, and everything is ruined.
Alright, let's see how we did. We do not... We're 25
That's
kilometers.
close to the thing you said.
That's about what we want. So, let's warp ahead to our Mun encounter. Warp here! Off we go!
So is our warp faster now that we're not orbiting our own planet?
Yeah, see how fast it's spinning? Here's the Mun. There it is. We are approaching the Mun. Almost there.
Be sure to check your mirrors. You wouldn't want it to blindside you. It came around the corner.
Alright, we've approached the Mun. So, our plan is to land near our old lander. And as you can see, our orbit is pretty crazy and doesn't line up with this at all. So the first order of business, let's do some science, now that we're near the Mun.
Are we close enough to do interesting science?
So now we will do science that relates to the Mun specifically. So we're going to observe the mystery goo. We get 4.5 science from that. The goo feels right at home here.
So it's moon goo?
It's moon goo.
Okay.
Alright.
That's a new information.
Let's also observe the materials bay.
Okay.
50 science. The high radiation environment causes a few of the samples to glow. Good times.
The high radiation has seeped into the ship and is slowly killing me. Good times.
Let's check out some of our other things here. We're going to log the pressure data. Oh, 24 science. The instrument reads 0, as if it were in a vacuum. Funny it is. And let's get some temperature data. Nothing. Great. So,
it looked like a whole lot of nothing, in fairness.
It was a whole lot of nothing. So let's adjust our orbit here a little bit.
It shouldn't be too hard to just smack right into the surface of it, right?
That's better, right? That's more along... That basically lines up above this guy here, right?
I'm not entirely sure what points you're trying to line up, but this does seem improved,
screen, right?
yeah.
So this is the guy we're trying to get to.
You want to land on your other ship, more or
so
less?
we need to line up our orbit. So
yeah, okay, then that seems pretty close.
Already lined up, let's say. So
since your ship isn't very sharp and is basically a space marshmallow, you can just, like, ram it into the moon and, like, bounce off a little bit. And
the Mun is made of cheese, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
So let's just find... So I'm just finding this little blue reticle here, getting that on the nav ball so that when we do fire our engines, we'll be heading in the right direction to change our orbit. So we've got 24 minutes until that's happening. So let's do some more time warping again. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Getting there.
Now, does having that, like, science bay open affect your aerodynamics?
No, it doesn't. You'd think it would. But because a lot of the science is like kind of massless or physicsless, so it doesn't affect.
That seems to be like the exact opposite of how science works.
Yeah. Oh, they're nice in this game. So we're just gonna ramp this up a little bit, ramp it down a little bit, and good. It lines up pretty close, right?
Looks like it.
Cool. So, now that we've done that...
Now you're gonna do that, Star Trek movie, like, parachuting thing?
Not yet. We're not to the parachutes yet. First, we have to reduce our orbit, not that much.
No, that seems fine. Just, like, a real tight orbit. Just give it a hug. Just give it a big hug.
How high are we gonna be here? 104 kilometers is pretty high. So let's add one more maneuver first. The more maneuvers you do far away from the body, the much more successful you will be in terms of the amount of fuel you use.
Right, because the gravity starts affecting your...
Right, so you start to fight gravity, which is not something you will win against. So let's get this down to around 20.
You're not up for defying gravity?
Not into it. That's 11. That's a little too low, because we might hit a mountain or something. 22. That seems good. So, now we've got to put our little reticle back on the blue thing. Get there. Oh, geez. Oh, God.
Yeah, I really don't... There's quite a lot of, like, things to try and manage. This interface seems very difficult.
It's a little clunky. I'm not gonna lie. But we can turn some of this shit off if we wanted to.
Yeah.
I just am trying to not die right now. So, 8 minutes until this maneuver, so we're gonna speed up a little bit. 7, 6, 5. Again, this is just a 3-second burn, so we'll just do it pretty quick. Hey, you got a loot crate, by the way. You should open it.
You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know what you're doing over there.
I'm just trying to get land on the mon, so you can show us.
So I have these delivered to my work, but I had a really stupid day at work today, and I only found out that this arrived in the mail like an hour before I left, and then I spent that last hour like just writing like one email basically.
Yay!
So yeah, normally I just like open these at work, and so I don't do any like weird unboxing videos or anything. Well, we're already doing this today, and I don't know what's in here, so I thought it'd be interesting to share this via the very, very interesting medium of internet radio.
All right then. So why don't you open it so no one can see?
Yeah, great. So yeah, the one thing I knew was in here is some sort of Pokemon thing, and there was a tag sticking out of it that said headwear. And I was like, what is that? It is
in fact headwear.
It is a Pikachu hat with a face on it.
Yeah.
And it has dangle Pokeballs.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Would you wear it?
I will wear it.
Alright.
This will interfere with my ability to record properly.
Perfect.
Wow, it's actually kind of nice. It's actually kind of a nice hat. Nice. I expected it to be kind of cheap, but you know what? I like it. The theme is summoning, by the way.
Oh, so will you get an Aeon?
I don't know. This appears to be a squishy Hearthstone.
Hey, that's what you want.
This is a stressed Hearthstone? I don't know.
A stress stone?
Yeah, I think that's...
Are you stressed?
Not anymore, I got this.
Alright, let me squeeze it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's kind of nice.
I like it.
Some sort of Simpsons thing.
You buy very lucky.
I'm not sure how this
got,
fits.
Like, Asian...
It does. It looks kind of like it looks a little like a Chinese, like, fast food container, a little bit.
Oh my god, it's gonna have Mr. Sparkle?
I kind of feel like it would, or something like that. I don't know what else the point would be. It smells weird.
I don't smell it.
You smell it.
Yeah, it smells like chemicals.
It does. It's Buddha Homer on a donut. Pretty sure he's sitting on a donut.
He's sitting on a donut, alright.
Smells very chemical-y. Very exciting.
So we're getting down there. Coming down to the pike.
Oh, cool. This contains a free Hearthstone pack. That's exciting because I just started playing again.
Hey, that worked out quite nicely.
That's a nice one. What else do we have in here? There's usually some sort of thing I don't understand. So, a little bit of stuff left over. Free mobile game I haven't heard of. That sort of fits the bill of thing I don't understand.
Yep.
Also a replica of the car from the show Supernatural.
And that's what you wanted.
That's, very specific.
So, is Loot Crate literally just, like, surplus toys?
It started that way. Now, like, most of the stuff in here, well, at least half the stuff in here is, like, exclusive to it, or at least, like, difficult to get other places. But, like, in the beginning, like, Loot Crate really was just, like, here's some, like, shit that you, like, might buy if you saw it someplace, but you wouldn't go out of your way for it.
Right.
But then, like, Loot Crate started, like, picking up and, like, becoming a real thing. And, like, now, like, there's a bunch of sweet exclusive stuff in it, and it's a pretty worthwhile service.
Cool.
Just to be clear, not actually being, like, paid to promote this, but, I do recommend Loot Crate, because I think it's a good value.
Yeah.
It's, like, I think, like, the base is, like, $20 a month, and, like, there's usually at least one thing in there that makes it worth your while. Like this fucking sweet hat.
Right. Alright, we're doing some more science near the Mun, now that we're in orbit of the Mun. Yes, that's a thing.
I will also say, they do a theme video each month, and the one for Summon included someone, like, using a Pokeball, and they did it wrong, and I was very upset. I was like, how even? Why are you doing this?
That's awful. Alright, so we've got some science happening here. We want to do some...
Did we learn anything from the goo?
It was slightly harder.
Interesting. So, it's aroused by its home, which is the moon.
Apparently. The Mun.
It's the same thing.
Oh no, don't die. We're just gonna reset this guy here. Having fun with those Pokeballs?
are you having fun with me hitting you with them?
Collect data. Restore. Observe. 16 science. And we are going to...
Do we have, like, a running tally of our science? Oh, wait, he said he's saying stuff up there. He wasn't doing that before, was he?
Yeah, it's telling us what's happening, essentially. Oh, let's grab it. Okay, and we're going to board. Alright, so now all of our...
We're fairly close to the thing now.
We are. We are currently 18 kilometers from the surface.
Now, did we bring a silver surfboard on which to descend quickly to the surface?
Metaphorically or actually?
Both, please.
Metaphorically, yes.
Okay.
This pod. Actually, no, not at all. Not even kind of.
Not remote.
So... Our orbit doesn't actually cross our landing site here.
I mean, that's still kind of close. How far off is that in actual...
Way too far. We need to
like
basically
how many
here
like
to have any hope of getting there. Like, traveling, let's say that we land
Well, this is why I told you to bring a golf cart, right?
No, I'm going to fix it.
Okay, fine.
So we just have to
But
rotate.
I'm just saying that if we had a golf cart, would it even be a problem? I submit that it would not.
It would. Even on a golf cart, it would take a long time.
No, because, like, how far across is the moon?
Pretty far.
Like 6 golf carts? Yeah.
A lot more than that.
No, I'm pretty sure it's like 6 golf carts across.
So I'm just going to change our orbit here so that
That
it lines
like
up a bit more.
Really easy to do.
Well, I haven't done it yet. This is just planning. This is just the planning stages, Vasco. We're preparing to do the thing.
But, like, your trajectory changed.
No, it hasn't. This is the going to change line. This is where it will be. The blue line is what it actually is. So if I just click this here, it'll undo completely. So we need to gain 114 meters per second of speed or acceleration, change in some direction.
Now, what happens if your speed drops below 60 miles per hour? Does the rocket ship explode?
No, it just falls.
Oh.
And then explodes.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It does.
Just takes a little longer to get there.
Yeah, pretty much. So around we go, where we stop.
So this is sort of like Sims meets science, because like you have all these weird interfaces, and you can warp time, and
yeah, it's kind of
you
Sims
like
space.
Can you like
Sim.
delete the ladder to your spaceship and have your guy die?
There are many things you can do that are equivalent to that. Yes. All right. 2, 1.
Do you think they kept leaving the whole, like, delete the pool ladder and, like, kill people thing? Just because, like, everyone wanted to do it, and, like, there's no reason not to let people be completely sadistic?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or do you think that they just didn't get it somehow?
No, I'm sure they got it. I'm sure that they just left it for people to let people be sadistic. Okay, now our orbit pretty much crosses exactly where we want it to.
Well, yeah, but we just missed it. We're gonna have to go around.
In fact, we're gonna have to go around a lot because it's really hard to land at night, and so we're gonna have to wait until.
Why does that make a difference? Like, there's not weather here or something.
Yeah, like seeing where you're going. I didn't put any lights in the ship.
That seems like a bit of an oversight.
So,
or perhaps an undersight, considering that you can't see.
Yeah. So if we go back to the space center. Now we can't speed up past a certain speed.
Can they like teleport you some lights?
No, they cannot. They can, however, speed up time. So if we do that,
well, wait. If you can do this, then doesn't it sort of defeat the purpose of putting a limitation on it anyway?
Yeah, it kind of does.
So
the thing is, though, is that if you go back to the space center, you also
get really old?
Turn off your ability, essentially, to revert your flight. You know how it was undoing things? You can't do that anymore.
I think I was fully aware of that. At what point were you...
Every time we blew up, I reverted the flight back to the building stage. So basically undid what we did. So now,
I thought that was just you, like, reloading a game.
No. It's essentially it is. But once you go to the space center to do this, you can't reload the game that way. There's quick saves and there's other ways to do it, but you can't do it that way so that you don't lose any resources, essentially.
Okay.
Alright, so we're coming around, and I've realized now that
this will
changing
take
my
a really long time?
No, we're almost there. And I can speed it up faster if I wanted to. Let's do this. There, that's easier. I've also realized that changing my inclination is not going to necessarily match up with where the probe is. Or maybe it will on the other side. Looks like we're getting to the sunny area. Right about here. That looks pretty sunny, right?
I mean, yeah, probably as good as it's gonna get.
We'll do one more revolution, and oop, that was 2.
So, what, you think next time we're gonna land?
Let's do one more, because I have no choice. Yeah, next time we'll land. Does that sound good to you?
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I expect it to explode and be interesting, but yeah, that seems good.
No, we're gonna land perfectly. Everything's gonna be wonderful and no problem. Join us then. Alright, so should we plant a flag?
Did we bring one? We seem to have forgotten an
we got a
awful lot
flag.
of useful things.
We got a flag. What should we call the flag?
I don't know.
What do you want to write on the flag?
Suck it, mun.
Suck it, mun! Okay. And we'll do an EVA report. 32 science!
The mun is sucking it, says the report.
And we can also take a surface sample, which is 120 science.
Can we get a robot hand now, for fuck's sake?
We might be able to get a robot hand. Let's